I arrive in the world already feeling it, before words, before sense, before I can organise or explain. There is already texture, tone, atmosphere. Something in me is listening to everything. I am deeply sensitive and wildly resilient. I can be undone by the tone of a voice, the flicker of a light, the weight of a room, and still stand in the fire of life with a kind of quiet, stubborn courage. I laugh easily, often at myself, at the beautiful absurdity of being human, because I can feel everything and still forget what I walked into a room for. I am autistic, yes, but not in the narrow way the world often imagines. I am a soul cartographer. I create maps of soul journeys from the universe to a living, breathing life. Because my mind is not a limitation, nor is it limited. It is a landscape, patterned, poetic, sometimes overwhelming, often luminous. I see connections where others see fragments. I live in detail and depth at the same time. I can disappear into a single sensation and pull back far enough to watch the whole human story unfold like a myth. And I'm highly sensitive, an HSP if you like labels, though even that feels too small. An introvert moving in her own direction, and from there I do not just sense the world, I feel it thinking through me. Emotion is not something I visit, it is something I live inside of. I can walk into a room and feel the unspoken. I can sit with someone and sense the story beneath their words. I do not try to do this, it simply happens. Awareness moves through me like the weather, sometimes gentle, sometimes overwhelming, always alive. And music is not something I listen to, it is something I become in that moment of listening. When I dance, I do not follow it, I enter it. Each sound arrives with its own texture, its own pulse, its own life. The bass moves through my bones, the melody threads through my chest. The smallest details flicker through my fingertips. It is as if I am every instrument at once. The drum, the breath, the trembling string, being played and playing, choreographed and chaotic. A whole orchestra moving through a single body. In those moments, there is no separation, only movement, only feeling, only this strange, intricate aliveness. This is where the polarity lives. I question if I fear I see too much, feel too far ahead, sense the edges before others even notice the ground shifting. And yet, I am the storm and the one standing in the centre of it, learning its language. There is no fear in this place. I am tender and feral, ancient and completely unprepared, wildly open and in need of hiding. There is a mythic quality to how I move through life. Everything feels layered with meaning. A conversation is never just a conversation. A challenge is never just a problem. It is an initiation, reflection, a mirror asking me to look deeper. I am a philosopher, not because I studied it, but because I cannot stop asking why. Why we hurt, why we love, why we are so sensitive, why we build walls and then ache to be seen through them. My life becomes the text. my experiences, the teachings. I share not because I have mastered anything, but because I am willing to be seen in the process of becoming. There is humour here too. There has to be, because this is intense, beautiful, but intense. And I have learned to soften into it, to laugh at my spirals, my overthinking, my beautifully chaotic way of being. I am deeply serious and completely ridiculous, and somehow both are true at once. Maybe that is my nature. Polarity. I am depth and lightness, intensity and play, fear and bravery, structure and wildness, autistic and sensitive, yes, creative, intuitive, expansive, and alive in ways that do not fit neatly into definitions. I am not here to be simplified. I am here to be experienced by myself, especially by myself, because I am still discovering what that even means.